Come make we play some catchy shooby. And when me shooby, you feel catchy. And when you're catchy, don't make it drop. 'Cause if it drop, it will pop. And if it pop, no one can mend it. 'Cause if they mend it, you can easily bend it. So we all go catchy, catchy, shooby, shooby tonight. Catchy, catchy, shooby, shooby tonight. Your mama go sing now, catchy,
all night,
catchy,
all night.
shooby, shooby.
We go all night.
Your mama gon' like that catchy,
Catchy,
catchy, shooby, shooby tonight.
Yo, I'm Jack,
I'm Alex.
and this is 2.5 Hippies. Normally I intro it during the song, but I felt inclined to sing along.
Because that song is Catchy Shooby.
Catchy Shooby,
My
written by
God.
Peter Tosh.
Yeah, which was a
You know,
previous-
when we sing it, I didn't realize how the rhymes are so complex.
No, it isn't.
What? Mend it,
Can easily
rhyme it
bend
with mend it, rhyme it with bend
I
it.
always thought that the beauty of reggae is the simplicity. It's just catchy, just fun, just good vibes. I thought that was the ethos of reggae. So that's why I like.
Yeah, there is some easy listening reggae music. A lot of it is, but there's also some I don't know. What do you call bomb bomb? Oh no, that's very easy listening.
Is Sublime easy listening reggae music? Are they
Some-
reggae? Are they reggae?
Some of their shit is super easy listening. Boss DJ,
Would you call them reggae though?
yeah. They're like ska. Well, they're
Ska.
super reggae. They love reggae.
So what's ska?
Ska is like an older genre than reggae.
So I actually looked at this up, and ska is like in the 50s,
Mhm.
and then reggae was like late 60s. So yeah, it does predate ska.
And reggae has like more rock influence
Mm-hmm.
than
For
ska.
sure.
Ska's more punky.
Mm,
The original ska was like super slow too,
really?
because they had these like there were like these positions in a ska band. There's like I'm so bad for forgetting this right now. Basically there's a guy that did like that talked the whole time. There's like a deep voice guy. Like there's different roles. Like look up roles of a ska band real quick for me.
All right. So what we have is a drummer focused on the offbeat
Yeah.
accents. The skank rhythm. The fuck. Member rules? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something. Yeah, there's like roles in like the original ska band from like
A
the 50s.
skanking rhythm guitarist, a bass player, a drummer, a lead singer, and a horns player.
Yes.
Okay.
There's normally horns, and it's more like skip this, like the Wrong Way.
Yeah, but of course.
That's
but-
like more traditional ska, like OG ska, like
Okay.
that with that. There's a little bit of horn.
Mhm.
I gave her all that I got to give. I'm gonna make it hard to live.
Okay.
Where reggae had more like rock and way more rock influence. Is kind of
Yeah.
had, and then ska has developed way over time.
And what do you like more?
Reggae probably.
Really? Interesting.
Ska's really, as a whole, like Sublime is probably one of my favorite artists of all time. But if you're telling me to pick between the two genres, I would pick reggae.
Mm-hmm. So Sublime's up there for you.
Yeah, I love them.
Like, yeah. So the albums we're gonna review first is Robbin the Hood. We actually have the album right here.
We do.
And yeah, I want to explain this album cover because I'm a little confused about what's on the cover. Like, first off, who the hell is this?
Raleigh Sakers.
This is Raleigh Sakers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then where is he at in space and time? Like, is he outside? Is he inside? Is he in a house? Is he, like, where is he? Is that, what is that, a table? Is that an air vent?
Well, he's definitely in Long Beach, California, as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's beer cans strewn across the room. I believe he's a schizophrenic man.
That
was
what
friends with
the
Bradley
fans
Noel.
say. Yes. And he owned what?
Oh, he was the original owner of Lou Dog.
Who's Lou Dog?
Lou Dog is that Dalmatian that is synonymous with Sublime.
Wait, I got a Dalmatian. I could still get high. Wait,
that is the Dalmatian. That's
Dalmatian?
Lou Dog. That's about Lou Dog.
No,
You didn't know that? You seen the photo?
no, I'm lying. But like that was my reaction when I found out about it.
Motherfucker, you had me going, dude.
Got your ass.
You got my ass.
But no, it's very interesting that Lou Dog
Yeah.
was the original owner, and he ended up being like kind of an icon. And rest in peace to Lou Dog. Rest in peace to Bradley Newell, obviously. But
I don't know if I can move on after getting owned like that. You're just strolling right past.
it's all good. It's all good. Hey, that's how
we live and we learn.
we live and we learn.
You got something on your shirt?
I'm not gonna look down.
Fuck.
Well, anyway, Bradley Nowell grew up in Long Beach. He went on like a month-long vacation with his dad to like Caribbean or like Jamaica.
When he was like 11?
Yeah, he was like more or so like 10, 11 years old. He might be a little older, but yeah, he went there for like a month, and they both were exposed to reggae music, and that's where he fell in love, and that's why all the reggae music was influenced in. Long Beach had a ska scene, so Sublime kind of just rode that ska scene and was like selling out of the trunk of their cars and bootlegging their albums and just being very punk about it, like DIY, do-it-yourself type production. And he met his they're like childhood friends, right? The three.
Yeah, Eric Wilson and Bud Goff were like going back to elementary school.
Wow.
They've been friends.
Okay.
And they were the same guys that after Brad passed went on to do Long Beach Dub All Stars.
Mm-hmm.
They formed that group originally, and then they went on to do Sublime with Rome, and then back again with Sublime with Jacob.
Yes,
Brad's
correct.
son.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so that's kind of like the history.
That was recently, like three years ago. It was funny enough. I was at a car shop and I was wearing like the Sublime shirt, which I could be wearing it, but I don't want to be corny.
Two on the nose.
Yeah,
two on the nose.
But he was like, "Yeah, did you hear that the son's now playing with it?" I'm like, "Wait, really?" I didn't know. And I was like, "Wow, that's how I found out that his son is Jacob Noel." And he's been in the music scene. He's been trying to be in music for like years before he joined Sublime. I think the two just wanted to see if he could develop as an artist and pull off what his dad did. I mean, this is not the first instance I've seen this. I've seen Mr. Russell Jones, Old Dirty Bastard's son, kind of go on tour with the Wu-Tang Clan and just kind of rap all the verses that ODB did and kind of fill in the void. So it's kind of a similar thing, and I think I don't know how I necessarily feel about it.
It's a tale as old as time in music. Like one of my favorite segments, I forget what award show it was, but George Harrison's son playing guitar with Prince. While my guitar gently weeps.
Oh, that's the
classic.
Think like, and that was recent too. Like Prince wasn't like 80s Prince. This is like Prince in his like I wouldn't say a bit has been. Yeah, he was a bit of a has been at that. He was like a legend,
but like has been's crazy.
I mean, he was not on. He wasn't Billboard the way he used to be.
Okay. But he's still goddamn legend.
Okay.
If you're a legend, you can never be a has-been.
Yes, you can. There's plenty of legends who are has-beens.
Nah.
Yes.
Like a has-been is like a pop artist of the time that isn't considered an all-time great.
No, a has-been is someone who has been great but is not there anymore.
No, I disagree with that definition.
Okay. We can have our own definition, but that's
like
to me it's like you're past your prime. You're a has-been.
Sure. But like someone that's like an all-timer will never be. Would you call Tim Duncan a has-been, even though he's retired?
No,
Like
retiring
that's wild.
different.
Oh, how is that different?
If you're still doing it,
Well, musicians never. Like, that's different than being an athlete.
So has been someone who's never been good to begin with.
I think you were good enough to be in the league or like a relevant pop artist at the time, but you're not considered an all-time great.
Like B.O.B. is a has-been.
B.O.B. is a has-been.
Yeah. He was my favorite rapper for a little bit.
Easily a has-been.
But back to Bradley Nowell. They met in middle school or elementary school. They formed the band. They joined together and released 40 Ounces of Freedom. And like I said, it was very DIY, self-produced, didn't have a label backing them. What are your thoughts on 40 Ounces?
I love it. Lots of great songs.
What was it your first, what was your experience with Sublime? What was your first album? Or what was your first song?
Probably Self-Titled is the first one I definitely dived into. Like I got into Sublime.
That's the first one everyone younger, like all younger people get into is this first Sublime album.
And I was in like 6th grade, 7th grade when I got into Sublime.
Yeah.
That's when I first started like listening to them, like 5th, 6th, 7th grade. Yes, either 6th or 7th grade. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I like. One of my best friend's dad kind of introduced me to like this big chunk of music. For the first time, it was like a lot of alternative. Like he kind of grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, and so it was a lot of like like Seattle shit, like grunge sound, Beastie Boys, Sublime. Like that's where I was first introduced, and like I fell in love immediately.
It's crazy because those are artists that I see like kind of represent you in a way. Those are a lot of the artists that you gravitate towards. Those three in particular. Yeah, definitely. So it's kind of interesting that it started with that your friend's dad.
Yeah, because he had this like really sick collection of like records, and I've always been like a huge music nerd my whole life. And I just kind of like that was like a bulk of the records he had was like grunge, some like early rap. Yeah, that kind of like that sound.
He was probably a kid when that shit was coming out.
Yeah, and I think he grew up in Long Beach.
Oh, okay.
So he had like an original.
Yeah. Well,
Robbin the Hood.
Yeah, it's crazy. So Bradley Nowell kicked an addiction. Kicked it in his early 20s. So he was they were already like they were already making music. I think like when they started was when he started like having issues, and this album in particular was probably the peak of his heroin addiction. And they just say heroin. Who knows what else he's been doing? I mean, it could be a buttload of other things. So if you go on Wikipedia and you look up Robbin the Hood, you see on like where it says studio, like where it was recorded, and it literally just says various crack houses in Long Beach. And when I saw that, I'm like, okay, hold up, let's do a little bit of dig diving, and like just kind of do a bit of research. And apparently. It was Bradley's wife claimed that he recorded a bulk of the album in various friends' houses, not necessarily all in crack houses, but some of them were like, you know, basically beat up houses that were like messes. And he would literally take his 4-tape recorder and freaking bring his instruments around and just record and just have like half written ideas and like just like it was a completely chaotic way to produce an album, and I've never heard anything like it, and the album reflects that. When you first, so this was one of the albums where you were like, okay, if we're gonna review albums, like when we first started, we're reviewing albums. Let's do Robbin the Hood. You were a big Sublime fan. I'm like, okay, never heard of this album, and you played for me for the first time, and I'm like. I don't know, man. I don't know. This album it's It's all over the place. A lot of it's unfinished. There's a lot of like half-baked ideas on this album. I mean, you got like a song that's just like a minute long, a couple songs that are just like like talking.
But some of those minute-long songs became Santeria.
Like
dude.
you know, a song that drove me crazy was "I Don't Care Too Much for Reggae Dub." That's just like them talking and like during
the crack
like that song, and that's like a 4-minute song and of them talking. So that's crazy. So there's a lot of like interludes, a lot of just talking, a lot of just like crazy stuff. I've noticed also. I just listened to "Waiting for Bud." In the beginning, you hear talking in the background, and now I'm thinking like that's probably like he probably had a group of like users in the crack house just like all talking while he's playing that song. That's like what I'm thinking now. Like I can't help but think of this album without thinking of how it was recorded and the state of where Bradley Nowell was at that time. And
it's amazing how the good songs still sound like good songs, even though under these
creatively
settings.
He was like, it was unfocused, but like it was raw. This album's incredibly raw. It's incredibly like honest. It's chaotic. It's all over the place. It oftentimes has half-baked ideas, half-baked. It bounces around through different genres.
Half-baked is a little harsh because like some of these half-baked ideas became their greatest song, like Lincoln Dub Highway. That's the guitar line for Santeria.
Yeah.
Like, it's half baked, but like.
Oh, half baked is disrespectful. What's a better way to put it? Like,
it is like incomplete.
Incomplete. Yeah. Unfinished.
Yeah.
A lot of this.
Demo.
Very
it sounds
raw.
demo.
Very demo-y. Very demo-y. And yeah, self-produced. But I will say the songs that are like complete songs that I can like actually add to my playlist are great songs. Like we'll start like Greatest Hits is a great song.
I love that song. There's some history to that song. The Ziggins, like the last lines in the song, the Ziggins Greatest Hits, like that's what he's singing at the end. The Ziggins Greatest Hits. Ziggins was another band from Long Beach as well, and also another line that references them is in that song is "Light my cigarette and think about how Bert Susanka made me drink." And Bert Susanka is the lead singer of the Ziggins. And I think that's a funny tongue-in-cheek line of like how he made him drink. But okay, so the songs you can add. So the Greatest Hits.
Saw Red's great. Saw Red features
Gwen Stefani.
Before
both of them blew up.
Before both of them blew up. No one knew who this Gwen Stefani was. She was just so young at the time. And yeah, she was great. That song is great, and that's probably one of the signature songs of Sublime's catalog. And then, what that we do? I don't remember that song. Work that we do.
Boss DJ.
Boss DJ is one of the best songs. That's a great acoustic.
Pool Shark acoustic is good.
I like both versions. I do like the acoustic version better. It's a little sadder with that line at the end.
The whole thing is sad.
It is very sad. Like a lot of this album is like I said, it's very honest in terms of he was going through a lot with his addiction, and a lot of the lyrics reflect what he was going through, and knowing what eventually happened, it kind of adds a lot of weight to it. It's kind of like listening to Linkin Park or listening to Soundgarden, and the lyrics kind of have a whole meaning after everything that's happened. In hindsight, in a way.
Yeah, Amy Winehouse is another great example.
Amy Winehouse, yeah, of course. But yeah, overall, I think this album, crazy. It doesn't have the best songs, but I think this is the best album in regards to like it's unlike anything.
Lore.
It's lore. There's still a lot of mystery in this album. I don't get anything like confirmed on the internet. I'm not getting any confirmation about like if a lot of this album is true. Like the 3 soliloquies were just. They just had recordings of
Raleigh Sakers.
They just had random recordings. He just had like a recordings in the house, and they just cut pieces of the recordings and added it to the album. That's crazy.
They just let
what the fuck?
A schizophrenic guy talk on the album for like what is the total, like 8 minutes?
Mm-hmm. And like
Jesus Christ,
the hip hop with like the Q what's the song Q ball. And
it's too short. I wish it was longer.
I do like that song.
It fades away.
Steady B looped up is pretty cool.
Yep.
I like that. You got
I really like Falling Idols. It's or
That's
instrumental
instrumental,
song.
yeah.
And that's a cover of a song called Falling Idols by Falling Idols, the band,
Mm-hmm.
which is another Long Beach band, but they're from the 80s. They're a punk band from the 80s. And so there's a lot of homage and like a lot of like shouting out their local scene because they were a local band at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were just a local legends. They they were still doing it the old-fashioned way, and then they eventually got signed and was hyping up for the release of Sublime, the self-titled, with Santeria and What I Got, and that's the album that actually took them to the stratosphere. And unfortunately, Bradley Nowell passed away about 2 months before the album dropped from a heroin overdose while they were touring. Which the sad part is he was trying to recover. From what I read, he was trying to recover once the album cycle was trying to, they were going to release the album. He was trying to go to rehab, trying to sober up, trying to better himself. And I believe once he relapsed, that's when that happened. It's one of the great music tragedies, which I don't think it's talked about enough.
Yeah.
I don't think people bring that up. It really is like one of the great what ifs in music, because they blew up after he passed away.
Yeah, they could have done some awesome shit.
They could have done some, like, Bradley Nowell never experienced the success he achieved after he passed away. That's so tragic. Kurt Cobain experienced his fame. He hated it. Bradley Nowell is a unique situation, and I want to do this real quick.
Brad seemed crazy, Kurt seems crazy in a big way, where Brad just seems like troubled and stuck in suffering.
He has a lot of positivity in his music. Has a lot of positive,
even though yes, there is some depressing stuff of like talking about the reality he's in, mm-hmm. but like there's always this like tongue-in-cheek twist to a lot of them where it's like, oh, but look at the friends we found. Like, did you look at the lyrics? I forget what song that's off of. But basically it's like, oh, everything is shit, but he's like, oh, I don't have access to the outside world. I don't have whatever blank and blank, but look at the friends we found here. Like, I don't know. Like, there always is like a little tongue in cheek, like positive twist to his music for sure.
Yeah, it's like things are shitty, but it'll be better. Like that. I think that's always the greatest sentiment in music. Is like, things are shitty now, but at least things will be better. And as long as you stay positive and but unfortunately, just things ended really dark with Noel. His son was born he was probably like 6 months old when Bradley passed, so he never met his dad.
Ugh.
That's tragic. And like, imagine like him like always looking up to hearing things about his dad, and then he ended up taking the mantle, and now he's performing those songs for his dad.
Yeah,
I think carrying on the legacy is kind of beautiful.
I love Sublime so goddamn much. And like another song on here that we haven't talked about yet is Steppin' Razor. What do you think of Steppin' Razor?
Fire, but it's like one of those.
It's
like
another cover,
but it's like a snippet, like half.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like kind of a full song-ish. But it was written by Joe Higgs originally for Peter Tosh. And Joe Higgs is a legend in reggae music. Brad knows his shit, like shouting out Joe. I think there's another reference to Joe Higgs on the album somewhere. And he wrote for Toots and the Maytall, like a lot of big songs for them. He wrote for Peter Tosh, obviously, who did Steppin' Razor originally. And he also mentored Bob Marley and like kind of taught him how to play guitar. And he's the one who assembled the Wailers with Bunny Wailer, Peter Tosh, and Bob Marley. Like, Joe Higgs is a legend in reggae music.
Yeah, he like laid the foundation for what reggae ended up being. That's crazy.
Everyone knows it for now. Yeah. So, and if you listen to some of his music, it's so good, man. Mm-hmm. It's so good, even his solo stuff.
Yeah, so Bradley taking from like different sounds like hip hop, Jamaica.
Punk.
I think
Hip hop, reggae, punk,
yeah, the
rock.
reason why he was so accepted was, first off, he's super authentic, and second off, he can pay respects to those music and does it in a tasteful manner.
Yeah.
And I think you could take your influences tastelessly or tastefully, depending on how you view it. But I think Bradley Nowell takes his influences and like kind of like wears it on his sleeve. Like he really like appreciates those who came before him. Like he loves NWA. He loves hip hop. He's a big hip hop fan. The rapping on here is, it's. Did he start the white boy rap on rock music? Maybe.
I don't really attribute. Like, I don't know.
It's maybe more Red Hot Chili Peppers. They were kind of.
He's so unique, bro. Like, it's hard to like say like, yeah, they have some elements, but like, it's hard to recreate.
Is he the greatest
frontman?
Is he the greatest frontman of the 1990s?
I put him up there.
All right.
I put him up
King
there
of the
for
Hill, 90s frontman. Bradley Nowell or Rob Thomas from Matchbox 20?
Sure. Give me Brad. Are you kidding me? I love Rob, but
Bradley Nowell or Eddie Vedder?
That's tougher, but still give me Brad. I have a soft spot for Sublime.
Bradley Nowell or Tom York?
Radiohead. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Radiohead. Give me Brad. That's tough.
Bradley Nowell. I got 5 more. All right.
Okay.
Bradley Nowell or Zach De La Rocha from Rage Against the Machine?
That's a fun one, but give me Brad.
Bradley Nowell or Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day?
Give me Brad. Come on.
Bradley Nowell or Anthony Kiedis
From Red Hot Chili
from
Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's tough. Anthony Kiedis might be better, but give me Brad.
All right, Bradley. I got 2 more. Bradley Nowell or Chris Cornell?
Oh, fuck. Chris Cornell.
Chris Cornell.
Of Soundgarden, right?
Yes. And then Chris Cornell or Kurt Cobain?
Give me Chris Cornell.
I think honestly, that's Chris Cornell being the best frontman of the 90s.
I think
I think that's pretty like.
And honestly, like Anthony Kiedis might be a little better than Brad, but I like my ranking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that
because
too.
I put him up there too.
To close off,
what about Pearl Jam? You didn't mention.
Eddie Vedder was the second.
Oh yeah,
one.
you did. Fuck,
You
I'm
didn't.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, of course I did. I did my research.
I remember.
I didn't do Stone
I remember
Temples.
now.
And I didn't do Billy Corgan. I did not do Billy Corgan.
Of
But
Smashing
I
Pumpkins.
did not. Yeah, I forgot. I fucked up. I'm forgetting.
It's all good.
But yeah. What are your favorite tracks on this album?
I love Greatest Hits, Boss DJ. I love Steppin' Razor. Falling Idols is a fun ass song. Lincoln Highway Dub's just fun because knowing it becomes Santeria eventually.
Keep going.
I love Pool Shark Acoustic. That's a really good song. And yeah, Freeway Time in LA County Jail is an interesting song.
Well, one thing to bring up is that Don't Push on the album, on the streaming, is at the last song. On this, I think it's attached to this part. I think at the end of this, there's a snippet.
The snippet?
Yeah.
It's just not listed on
It's
the
just not
cover.
listed there. Yeah, but Don't Push, which was on the first album, is... Oh, do they show pictures of them in the crack house? Wow, I haven't seen it. This is pretty cool, man.
There's Lou Dog.
Lou Dog, the GOAT.
Yeah, Lewis.
And they have 40 ounces. Yeah. All right, so that's Sublime. Let's move on. Let's move on to the second album. This Is It by Kenny Loggins. No, I'm joking. It's Is This It by The Strokes.
The Strokes.
The debut album from New York. Indie Legends.
Yep.
Indie Legends. The Strokes.
Recorded in one room. Both of these
Mhm.
albums, single room recording.
We got to ask. What's your Are you late on the Strokes? Early on the Strokes? Did you grow up with them?
Definitely. Their songs are definitely in the pop culture kind of realm.
Yeah.
Like it.
Last
night.
I was very late. College. I think I got.
Wow.
I was late on the Strokes.
Damn.
Yeah, Reptilia was probably my jam as a kid, but after that, no. Is This It? I listened to that like when I was like 20. Like I was a little older, but listening to it and obviously being constantly told that's one of the greatest albums ever. Well, I mean, it is really, really fucking good album. It's a really good album, and it is one of my favorite albums. I'm not gonna lie. I am just enamored. It's one of the best listens you could ever get through. Straight, easy, concise.
Some say a little one note, but that note is a really good note.
Very good note. I mean, it's freaking. Yeah, I mean Julia Casablancas and what are the members?
Well, it's Gordon Raphael's production. He wanted it to be produced in one room because like everything at the time was like this overproduced, super like 18 snares on one channel, like, and he kind of wanted this stripped down kind of raw sound. Like it was still like $10,000 in equipment.
I'll give you some of the biggest. Let me give you an idea of the biggest rock songs of the same year that this album came out. "Hanging by a Moment," "Lifehouse," "Drops of Jupiter," "Train," "With Arms Wide Open,"
"With Arms Wide Open"
by Creed, and "If You're Gone," Matchbox 20. So. The Strokes was heavily needed, and honestly, might be one of the greatest resets in the history of one of the best, rejection of music.
Yeah, kind of.
It's Nirvana.
Indie sound a
it's
little
the
bit
2001 Nirvana. Like Strokes and Nirvana are kind of like the same, kind of did the same sort of thing. Maybe Nirvana was a little more extreme.
Yeah, I don't know,
because Nirvana was like Billboard Hot 100 type artist.
Oh, did this not chart right
Strokes
away?
Is not a chart. They never charted like that.
Really?
I'll show you the hardest.
This is just like a cult
indie.
classic.
It's just indie as fuck. Yeah. That's what makes this album dope.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was charted.
Not a chart. No, this is an indie album.
So in like 2008, is that when all the songs kind of blew up?
No, this album blew up when it came out. It's just like it was
didn't
like
chart.
It was not a chart. They were not charter. They were not chart people. It might have been England. There's a chance that they were charting in England. Let me check. So singles.
Yeah, because some RNA.
Okay. Let me tell you this. Okay, Hard to Explain went number 7 in Canada, 27 in the alternative station, and then Last Night was 5 on. So it did chart. I'm lying, but not in the Billboard. I don't think they only got Juicebox at 98. But in terms of the rock stations, they were charting pretty well. Yeah. Someday 17, 1251. Like they did well. They did well, but they never were mainstream. They were like in the radar, but they were never mainstream. I would kind of equate to them as like maybe a Cage the Elephant for our era, or something like that. Just like indie, like in indie.
They definitely blew up in England, like I was saying before you came in with the stats. Was some RNA guy released the song in England, Modern Age, the demo of Modern Age, just released it as a song. And that's how they had a huge following when they went to tour in the UK.
Yeah. Hard to Explain went 16 in the UK. And then Last Night went 14 in the UK. So it did chart really well in the UK.
Yeah.
Way better than the US. I'll tell you that.
Not surprised.
Yeah. This definitely has an English, like a lot of English bands. I think the Arctic Monkeys, like Alex Turner will like tell you that he basically wanted to make music because of the Strokes. And another band, the Killers.
Oh, yeah. Brandon Flowers said he scrapped everything on the album they were working on except for Mr. Brightside.
Because of how good this album.
And they released like 2 years after the album. So
like 3 years, yeah.
He had to like, they must have been like far along.
Yeah, they had an album set up. They were probably like already like wanted to like send the records to like labels and shit and like ready to do that. Once they heard the Strokes, they're like, they basically. So there was this story of Kevin Hart telling was Chappelle, where they both were going on stage and like Kevin Hart was writing down all the shit, and then once he heard Chappelle go on stage, he just looked at what he wrote and crumbled it all up and threw it away and was like, "There's no way I can compete with that." And I feel like this is a similar kind of situation where the Strokes hit out of the park so hard on their first album, made such a splash that
made people reconsider their whole fucking lives, dude.
Made like bands consider the whole fucking like made rock bands consider how they approach their music. Yeah,
it shook the industry.
Shook the industry. It made everyone like kind of like light up, kind of step up their game. That's where you get bands like I said, Arctic Monkeys or like the Killers or I don't know, even like a White Stripes or like a Modest Mouse, Franz Ferdinand. Jet sounds a lot like these guys. You could go down the list, like just like any type of indie rock within the 2000s. Definitely, this set the blueprint for what indie rock ended up being. And indie rock has had a reputation of being real, like kind of like the alternative to the pop mainstream stuff, and it's been I think in a way one of the strongest genres of music in the past 20 years. I think some of the strongest music does come from indie rock. Do you like Arcade Fire?
I agree. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
It's definitely in recent years.
Yeah. Like, but like indie rock is obviously such a vague term where it's basically any album, any artist that's like doesn't have industry backing.
Yeah. And like indie music kind of became a whole different, it became a sound rather than an actual definition. Because it used to mean, I feel like, bands that were independent.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like there's bands that are signed that have that indie sound, you know, or like try to go for that.
Like they want to sound indie. Like Harry Styles, as it was, sounds indie.
Yeah.
But obviously, no. I guess you got a little different because you got like someone like MGMT who went a little more electric, and the Strokes did go a little bit electric in their later albums. They definitely did not straight. They went into synth. They tried something. They went synthy. Mm-hmm. They like their synths, especially on their new album. I mean, if you listen to the new Abnormal, it kind of like was like the. People say it's the best album since the debut. Well, it's a good album, but like...
you know that's a Rick Rubin record, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Rick Rubin brought that album up, which is interesting because Rick Rubin also brought up...
the name of his studio?
What?
Shangri-La.
Wow.
I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But Rick Rubin brought up...
you know what Shangri-La is, right?
I know it's a hotel chain.
No, Shangri-La is a mythical place that doesn't exist in like the East Jungle.
Oh, wow.
In Asia. I forget where.
So like he's calling his studio?
He's calling his studio like a mythical land that doesn't exist.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, Rick Rubin also produced all of Red Hot Chili Peppers albums. All the early ones. Mm-hmm. Or maybe the later ones. Beastie Boys, Run DMC. Rick Rubin's had his fingerprints in a lot. Yeah, just a couple songs, but not he's never done a whole album.
Did he do something with Kendrick?
He might. I remember seeing that interview. I don't know if he did something music-based with Kendrick. He might have. I might be wrong with that, but
ooh, he's had some good ones.
But no, yeah, that is a good album though. The new Abnormal. Their catalog is interesting because it's a good catalog. You're gonna get good songs from every album. However, their first album was so good that like they often have carried the reputation of being one of the albums that peaked in their debut, and I kind of want to go over the list of, I'll go over the list real quick. These are some of the artists that I think peaked in. These are some of the artists that I think peaked in their debut. Start off, Is This It? The Strokes. People might say that the second album's better, but no, the first album's the best. Snoop Dogg with Doggy Style, I debatably peaked in in the first album. I don't think he released an album as good as Doggy Style afterward. He might have charted higher or like had more like mainstream success over the years, but he has not reached the critical and like the cred of the first album. Get Rich or Die Trying by 50 Cent, I think, peaked in his first album. I don't think he ever got as good as his first album, which is a different conversation than we had before, because I said that he only had his first album and kind of fell off after that. But I don't think that's true. He has good stuff, but I think the first album he just peaked.
I could disagree.
Yeah. Nas Illmatic. And this is my last, one of my last hip hop ones, but Nas Illmatic had such a strong debut, and every album's been really good. It just always gets overshadowed by their debut. A couple more. Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. That's one of the great debuts. Obviously, you're not the biggest.
Is the Valley a peak?
Okay, we're not counting Guns N' Roses. Boston by Boston. They peaked in their first album. Never really did much after that.
Well, they only had one album.
They never had a second album?
I believe they only released the one album.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude. So to say they peaked on their first album is like...
Same with, Neutral Meltdown. Oh, they had a couple albums.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought they
Neutral
only had one album.
Meltdown had 2 albums, technically. Let me finish my list. Alanis Morissette with Jagged Little Pill peaked in her first album. Weezer, I think, peaked in their first album.
Yeah. They still had good songs after.
Yeah. Pinkerton might be in an argument as their best album.
But Blue Album's probably their best album.
Yeah. And then Norah Jones, Come Away With Me. Pretty good album. But
before we get too far away from it, we didn't really talk too much about the history and lore of the artist and of the album.
Yeah.
Because Julian Casablanca and Albert Hammond.
Correct.
I always want to throw an R in there, Harmond or something.
Mm-hmm.
They were best friends, or they were friends as kids. They first met at some art school, right? In Switzerland? Boarding school?
Boarding school.
Was it in Switzerland or France or something like that?
It was in Europe.
In Europe. And they ended up like in their 20s, kind of like linking back up with some guys that were drinking buddies of theirs, and they eventually started a band. And they were kind of like an act in New York at the time, garnering like a local scene. And I forget how Gordon Raphael comes across them, but like wants to produce an album with them, and he wanted to like record it in one room. Like that was his whole idea, was for it to sound like it was in one room and record it in one room. And it does create that vibe and that consistent sound throughout the album. Even though the songs are different, of course, but like it has this like, I don't know, you have to listen to it. It has this vibe throughout.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, no, this album does sound like it was probably recorded in one night. Like it does sound like that.
Even though it wasn't, right?
It wasn't?
Mm.
It was recorded over several. But yeah, it does sound like it came from one room. It sounds like they're just playing the same instruments. I don't know. It might be one note, but yeah, like that note is fucking consistent.
It's a great note.
It's a great note.
It's a good note.
It's just like a little bit of punky, a little bit like fast pop. It's accessible. It's super easy listening. It's I don't like, it's edgy, not really though. I mean, it's sort of edgy.
It's like fun songwriting, but with an edgy sound.
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of what it.
Yeah, and I think Julian Casablancas is so charismatic on the microphone. The way he sings, and like with like that voice effect. Or everyone like, I hear the Killers using that same voice effect, and a lot of Muse. I hear, maybe not Muse.
Yeah, I've heard Muse use it.
A lot of bands use that like type of voice effect, and I think the Strokes were like one of the first people to use that.
Is it an effect? Is that what they're throwing on it?
I believe so. It's
Or
like
is it
almost
just
like a
the
distorted.
equipment?
It's like distorting the voice a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a distortion for sure.
Yeah. What are your favorite tracks on this album?
Ooh, I like, of course, the hits.
The hits are so good.
Hits are great.
Like, that's what got me
Modern
in this
Age
album.
is really good. Is This It is really good.
Soma's really good.
Soma is just about to say Soma.
No. Let me go down the list. Barely Legal's really good. Some Days really good. Alone Together's really good. Hard to Explain is really good.
Hard to Explain is
Really good. When It Started is really good. Trying Your Luck is amazing. And then Take It or Leave It. Those are my favorite tracks. And guess what? That's every song on the album.
God damn.
That's how good this fucking album is. But this isn't
No
just
skips.
the album. Actually, this album came out like mid 2001, and there was a song instead of when.
Oh, I
it's,
thought you were about to say there was a world event.
No, well, we'll get to that world event. But there was this song called New York City Cops that was originally on the album, and instead of When It Started. And that when 9/11 happened, yeah, we're just gonna say it. When 9/11 happened, they removed the song and replaced it with When It Started, which I'm not complaining. And they did eventually release New York City Cops on like streaming. Like it's pretty easy to find. I love New York City Cops. I don't know. I played it for you recently. What are your thoughts
It's
on
a
that?
good song.
Do you think it would have stuck out on this album? I think it would have been very different. It would have been
It does sound a little different than the rest.
Yeah, it does. I would have been like, okay, it's punkier. I think it's very punky. Like I get like a punky vibe from that. But yeah, it's like polished but not too polished. It's like clean but a little distorted.
Yeah, like they definitely have quality equipment they're recording on. I think like someone estimated like 10K or whatever, roughly. I think they spent like 15K or 20K on to make the album. But they're kind of like Nepo kids in a way.
Yeah.
Julian and Albert, like definitely kids of rich kids, but like not necessarily in the music industry.
They just had resources.
They definitely had access to resources, and people like criticize them that they used like models at their shows to get more people there. But I think this, like the real story was like he was like friends, like he worked at the modeling agency. He was like friends with them, and they came to see him.
Exactly.
More so than getting paid to show up at some show to promote the Strokes. Like I don't think that's what
I think saying that just disrespect the savvy marketing tactics that Julian carries and is able to market the band. Like,
oh yeah, they were like they had a bunch of like print logos, and like they didn't have like too much as a band as a whole, but they definitely had branding down. They had like branding was their thing, dude. Like that's what set them apart from the rest. Is
the
like,
way they dress, they dress like they got the leather jackets. No, I think everyone in indie rock dresses like them.
Yeah,
in the early mid 2000s, late 2000s, they started dressing a little quirkier. But like during that early to mid 2000s, they got that like garage rock type. I think they were like one of the first to like be the garage rock. You know, there's so many bands in the 2000s you could list that I just can't name them off the top of my head because I'm an idiot. The Queens of the Stone Age, I think, you disagree with that, but I think Queens of the Stone Age can have a little bit of a Strokes influence.
Yeah, but they were kind of around before them, no?
Around the same time. Queens of the Stone Age.
I think their first album was 99, no? Or am I way off?
You might be right. First album's 98. Yeah, they've been around longer. Maybe came from the same
And I
sound.
don't really think they sound that alike.
Really? You don't hear it?
And that, I mean, that Queens of the Stone Age album, like, yeah, it's rocking, but it doesn't have, like, the same exact sound as... I don't really hear it too much.
Speaking of the Strokes, they're going to be at Coachella.
Yeah, are you going to go see them?
Yeah, I have to. I feel like they're one of two acts that I'm very interested and Intrigued.
Them and Eclipse.
And Clips. Yeah, too early. They're both.
Why do I always throw an E in front of it?
Huh?
I'm stupid. I always say Eclipse, even though I know I'm about to say Clips.
But no, the Strokes and they're both from the early 2000s. So they're both from the early 2000s. Both. I don't know. They're just both cool. I like them.
Yeah, they're both from the early 2000s.
That's all they got in common. Other than that, their music's pretty damn different.
Well, I'd say the through line for the two albums we have is both legendary frontmen.
Yes, Julian,
and recorded in one room. Like, there's some similarity, even though one's like an ultra refined sound, and the other one's like musical potpourri. They both have some similarities in that way.
Mm-hmm. And Sublime and Strokes both kind of like have like that rebellious attitude. They're both kind of like rebellious white boy music, you know what I'm saying? Because the Strokes is more for it's white people music. Come on. But like it's like probably some of the best.
Oh,
it's like our generation. Like like that. I think the Strokes have aged so damn well, and I think if you're into rock our age, you have to listen to the Strokes. They are part of the DNA of rock now. And I think it's like if you get into music, you have to listen to Is This It, the Strokes. It's one of the essential listens. I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are. You just got to listen to the Strokes. It's music 101.
Yeah, and going back to your like little white boy music comment, have you ever seen Patrice O'Neal's bit on white people in guitar?
Please.
I can't do it justice. People should just look it up, but it's so damn funny. It's
you know why I never...
He goes, the look on people's faces when that He was talking about Creep by Radiohead. He goes, there's something primal in you white people when that song, like that, and like, he does it so well.
You know why I hated playing the guitar growing up? Because I always hated douchebags who play guitar to pick up women at parties. I think those people are obnoxious. So if I do that, I'll just be a complete hypocrite. So that's why I never really like
keep it low key.
Keep it very low key.
Keep it close to breast.
Exactly.
Then I'm a sick guitarist.
I'm not a sick guitarist. I'm a lazy guitarist who only plays a few chords. That's true though. But the reason why I play guitar is to expose the industry. That's like my mindset when I play guitar.
To expose the industry.
Expose the industry.
How so? That they're all four chords?
1000%. I'm playing four chords. Like you could look at, you could go to any blues bar down the street, any jam session band, and you'll see some very impressive musicians, but you'll probably see 5 or 6 people in the stage. You could go to a $400-$500 concert, and you could listen to songs that are made with 3 chords.
Yep.
That's the industry, bro. That's true. Exposing
and
the industry.
It's all in 4/4.
Yeah.
Except for I watched a great video on
jazz, R&B, and soul are the only music where they can experiment with, other than the pop sound.
Yeah, I watched this video on how most songs, almost every song in the top 100, are 4/4, but he went through and pointed out all the songs that aren't 4/4, and in recent memory, Alicia Keys has 2 of them.
Alicia Keys is crazy with her music. Alicia Keys is hard to play. She's hard to play on guitar or like piano. Very complicated.
And also, it's not just straight up 4/4.
She's a Juilliard. She's Juilliard.
Yeah.
Juilliards don't play basic chords. They learn how to play the sevenths. They learn how to play the diminishes. They learn how to play those crazy avant-garde jazz chords that most jazz artists play. That's how... Yeah, when you go to a fucking jazz band or a jazz club, you see some very impressive musicianship. That's what they play, but that's just not what people are into. That's just the sad truth. People like easy listening. So
that's true.
I twist it in a different way. I say it's exposing the industry, but I also view it in a way where it's like you could make $1 million just making a song with 3 chords. And I'm like, that's all it takes. You can make anything catchy with those chords. If you got like a melodic, if you're musically inclined, you can figure something out. It's really easy. But
hell yeah,
I digress.
Anything else on the Strokes you want to talk about? I think I covered all my points I want to talk about.
I think we're good. You want to end it off with the draft, or you don't like draft?
We could draft.
Let's fucking draft. 3 songs each.
Okay.
I'll go first.
You go first.
Let me take Someday.
Of course you're gonna take Someday.
You can take 2. You got 2 picks.
I get 2, right?
Correct.
So I'm gonna take Last Night, and I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna take The Modern Age.
Give me Soma.
Okay.
And then give me Take It or Leave It.
Good pick. And then I'll finish it up with Hard to Explain.
That wasn't that hard to explain. It was pretty easy.
No, that was pretty easy.
Like this album.
That was fun. Yeah. Easy listening.
Yeah. Anything else of note?
No, I think I covered everything I want to talk about on the album.
Yeah, is there anything else you want to talk about in like life? Any interesting conversations you want to get into that you want to yell at me for? How about the top 50 songs? Are you mad about that?
Fuck, we fucked up so bad.
How?
Just there's a lot of songs we missed out on.
Can you explain the feedback that we received from our friends?
Well, like some of them, like I'm taking with a grain of salt, because like.
No, I'm just curious. What are some of the suggestions you hear?
I've heard like we don't have enough women artists, which is true.
Yeah.
I've heard you don't have enough EDM. I heard someone say Clarity's not on there. I was like, top 50 songs of all time, bro. Like I love Clarity just as much as the next, bro. But
maybe top 50 dance songs.
Oh, for sure, it's in the top 50 dance songs. Like Levels is close, but like it's top 100 for sure. But top 50 is hard because like I think there's songs that we didn't include.
All the songs that I didn't include are in the like basically the same era that we picked most of the songs from like the 60s and 70s. Fortunate Son is my pick where I'm like, fuck.
Oh, dude, there's so many.
No, Fortunate Son pissed me off. I hated that we didn't put that on. Women artists though, I mean, like Carole King, obviously. Lauryn Hill would be the one I'd put in. If you just women are, I mean, if we could just do like greatest songs by women alone, I could come up with 100 songs just like that. There's so many great women's songs out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think that's some of the valid criticism I've heard, and some of the invalid, like Clarity, bro. Get real.
But also, we got some good agreements though. A lot of like people agree. Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah.
Yep. In My Life was a chirp I heard. A lot of people say they're glad that's in there. And like there were some songs on our list that was questioned, like Symphony for the Devil.
That's a no debate. That's the best Stones song. And Stones one of the greatest bands.
Songs of all time. Saying like, oh yeah, you're just.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of myth, dude. I was around when Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the criticism there was, oh, you're just putting it on there because it's a classic.
That's why it's on there, because it's a classic. Is that what you responded?
Exactly. That's exactly what I said.
Okay.
I was like, that's kind of asinine.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Shouldn't every song on this list be a classic?
Yeah, I don't know. Cannock Chase is kind of a deep pull.
That's a classic.
That is a classic. Honestly, I would have put "Give Me Some More." I think that's starting to be my favorite La BC phrase song. It's such a. I've been going back a lot. Santana's been crazy for me. I've been bumping Santana nonstop.
Santana's so good.
Have you heard their second and third album too? Their third album is really good.
You've been bumping little ZZ Top too, no?
Not as much. I just played Around You. I never played on my own. But Waiting for the Bus is a banger song. I love that song. Who else have I been playing? Hip hop wise, I mean, I don't know if I've really been playing anything all that different. I mean, I just been playing
The Game.
Yeah, I showed you that song. It's okay. And were you shocked when you heard that?
I wouldn't say shocked. I think I had heard that sample was from there before.
I had no idea.
And it was funny. We were like just listening to like Sublime, and then there's that like kind of like reggae sample.
It's
right
not a
after
sample.
there.
So the feature is a reggae artist.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Have you heard of Distant Relative? So Distant Relative is the collaboration between Damian Marley and Nas.
Yeah.
I kind of want to review that album with you.
I could be down. You know, Damien's the really aggressive one, right?
I have no idea about the Marleys. I think if we could do a history on like the Marley sons.
Yeah, because Damien's music is
because one of the Marley
out in the street they call it murder.
There's so
you know that song?
Of course, that's
So
a famous.
That's Damian Marley.
Really?
That's it.
So one of the Marley's kids, their mother is Lauryn Hill.
Wow.
I forgot which Marley which Marley kid, but yeah, Zion is
that the most musically talented person on planet Earth?
Who? Lauryn Hill?
And Bob Marley's kid?
So we're gonna get into this in the next album. What we're gonna do, or Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill was dealt with several lawsuits with a lot of people who she didn't give songwriting credits to. And it turns out she didn't really know how to play any of the instruments, and it was all arranged, but she took the credit for herself and didn't give any of her credit to the musician. So she's kind of a shady person.
She does seem a little shady.
And she has a history of being, I don't know, but like when I listen to the music, it's just like, it's Kanye, dude. It's Kanye again, where like you got to separate the art from, but the artist makes the art too, because Zion, I don't know, we'll get into it more, but like Lauryn Hill's so interesting to talk about because that's one of my personal favorites of all time. One of my that album's goated. And then we're gonna do Carole King as well, which another goat. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
We
Anything
good?
else you want to talk about?
I think we're good.
Hell yeah.
All right. Boom. Finally. If this corrupts, I might
Off me.
no, we shouldn't say.
Wait, off is not a.
We're not gonna say anything to get ourselves canceled. Have a good night.
What a note to end on. That was so weird. What the fuck?
What did I say?
You said, we'll try not to say anything that won't get us canceled. Have a good night.